But then I just tried to start a live and it logged me out. Why did it resume? Why did it pause? Why did it log me out, should I say? Got to put the monetization on. Right. Kind of dead today. Well, to be fair, it's only been off for 1 minute, but I thought someone wrote big up waste, man. Yeah, big up waste, man. Come on, man. Man said, yo. Yeah. I mean, like, I ain't one of these waste men that, just be chilling on a live. This is when you know a guy, yeah, ain't got nothing to contribute. When he's just sitting there on a live, just there chilling. It's just vibes in. You know that man there? What they call it? Not cool, calm, collected. Was it? Nonchalant. Yeah, you know that man there just. Do you know what makes me laugh? So basically, I've been talking about this lately. Yeah, like there's certain there's couple man, but like there's one particular rapper. I ain't gonna say the person's name. This man's starting to get big now as well. You see that before, yeah, like man could take the piss and that cause no one was really watching. Now it will actually be like I'm sending for this person or sending for people like that. So and it's not listen, people will get punched up on road, innit? I ain't worried about that. But anyway, there's one particular individual, like this is one thing I don't like. I hate fake people. I hate people who conduct themselves one way around certain people or in a certain situation, and then they're completely different in a different situation than that. So anyway, like there's certain man, yeah, they'll act like, oh, like you just see them on camera and that just talking so slow, and I'm like, blood, stop pretending. Just be your fucking self. Like there's a certain particular rapper, one light skin you, he's always like, yeah, man. So yeah. Bro, you don't talk like that, fam. You don't talk like that in real life. Why are you putting on this fake, stupid act on camera? Because I've seen an interview with a man, and a man talks at a normal pace. So why is it when we're on camera, just doing look a 1 minute video, why are we pretending to be something that we're not? I've never understood that. There's guys here that like that individual I spoke about, the rapper and that, acting bare, you get me, like nonchalant, like you get me, like nothing bothers them. Bro, this is why you're broke. And if these guys are rich and they're acting like that, it's a fake facade. Because there's no way, yeah, you could be a go-getter and at the same time, yeah, man, I'm just so nonchalant. And bullshit. Bullshit. You see, man, I'm hype. You understand? Man's got that level of energy and aggression. This is why I got 6 fucking properties. This is why I don't take shit from people. Because I move through this world with a level of energy and aggression. So these guys that you see, like I said, there's certain rappers and that, you get me, just so nonchalant. Fam, they're just faking it. They're just, yeah, especially like if they claim to be some sort of businessman or whatever. It's so fake. How can you be nonchalant, nothing bothers me and that, but then you're highly successful? It's bullshit, man. I hate people like that. There's certain people in this world, they act a certain way in front of certain people, and they are completely different way in front of other people. Not me. I'm the same everywhere. Obviously, when I'm at work, I'm not going to be talking about this and that. But to be fair, I've had tenants on this contract say to me, have you been to prison before? And I'm like, no comment. You understand? Like, or like, yeah. Chicks have asked me. I remember there was one guy. This was a little while back. We were chatting and that. I could tell he's a man. He's a white guy in his 40s and that. But I could tell you get me. He ain't no Jehovah's Witness saint. And we was talking about certain stuff, and he said, "What? Have you done a bit of time behind bars as well?" And I said, yeah. Back in my rebel days, that's what I tried. That's what I say to them. Back in my rebel days when I was a teenager and that. But yeah, man, I hate people that, like, if you hear people say, I'm like a chameleon. Like, oh, I can be this way around these people. That, bro, listen, I'm the same. Obviously, the conversation will be different around certain people. I'm not gonna go to an old white lady's house named Caroline and be talking about the roads and that. Obviously, the conversation will be different. But the persona, well, I'm the same. I'm the same. Obviously, on camera, I'm gonna be a little bit more high energy in that because I don't want to bore you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But I'm still the same person, and I'm not like act different around. That's why I need a bottle of water. Yeah. Fucking idiots acting all. Yeah, man. I'm just so chill. This is why you're broke, because you're so chill. Yeah. There's no way, yeah, you could be a high performing individual who's somewhat successful to very successful being. Yeah, man, I'm just so chill. How do you get anything done? Yeah. How do you react quickly? Fucking idiots. Someone said, you from Harlesden? Nah, man, I'm from Edmonton. I'm not from Tottenham. I need to make a video about this. Someone on TikTok, and people always make this mistake. They're like, oh, yeah, real Tottenham, man. But I ain't from Tottenham. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm from Tottenham. I'm from next door. You get me? I'm from Edmonton, but I ain't from Tottenham. Now, Tottenham is my second home. You know, let me just break it down for you, lot. So, get me? I'm 33 years old. So I was born in 1992. Yeah, a long time ago. Certainly you, man, boy, you was just a little cell in your dad's ball bag, you know, yeah, in 1992. Anyway, I was born in 92. I was born at North Middlesex Hospital. So I'm a real Edmonton man, yeah. Not these people that come from this area, that area, and that. Yeah, no, I was born in Edmonton. The first place I lived wasn't actually N9, unfortunately. I actually went to Bushell Park in Enfield. I lived at my grandma's house for 2 weeks with my mum. And then my mum got a flat in Edmonton. So from 2 weeks old, man lived in N9. Never lived anywhere else. I used to live in these tower block flats on 41st, the original 41st. That's where I'm from. It's called Barber Estate. Moved out of there, moved into a house. And yeah, just lived in Edmonton since. You know what I mean? Like, just grew up Edmonton my whole life and that. Obviously, man moved to this pussy old area in Northampton, but I'm still in Edmonton in my head. Understand? So yeah, straight niner, none of this. Lived in this area, that area. No, one postcode. That's it. But the reason why Tottenham, so like Tottenham's my second home. The reason why Tottenham's my second home is because you need to understand, yeah, like from day one, man's always gone to Tottenham. Like at some point, yeah, like let's say when I was 13 years old, I had like 7 households, family households in Tottenham. That's how much family man's got in Tottenham. Now, some people have moved out and whatever in there. But at some point, I could probably have gone to 7 different households, like, yeah, family. You know what I mean? My cousin, he used to live on Ferry Lane Estate, which is obviously near Tottenham Hill and that. Man used to love going down there. I remember being 6, 7, 8, 10 years old, playing runouts on Ferry Lane Estate. If you know, you know, yeah? Big pitch and little pitch. My auntie used to live behind little pitch, yeah? So my auntie used to live behind the little pitch. If you're from Ferry Lane Estate, you will know about big pitch and little pitch. The little pitch was behind my auntie's house, yeah? And then the big pitch was near the school. It was a cage. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Trust me, like there's certain man, yeah, like I remember them from back in the day. They won't remember me because my memory's super good and them lot were just like a couple years older than man and that. But I remember, you know that you there, Smiler? Yeah, press 1 in the chat if you know who Smiler is from Ferry Lane. I remember seeing him. I remember playing runouts with him and Crazy Wrath. I remember them lot. They won't remember me because the last time man's gone down there is when I was 7 years old. But I have a fucking good memory. I remember Tyler, Smiler, and Crazy Wrath. Even what's his name? That you there poet. I'm sure I used to see him about there. I'm sure he's from Ferry Lane. I'm sure I've seen poet about on Ferry Lane Estate. So that was when man was really young and that. And then obviously being a teenager, still, you know, traveling to Tottenham, going to my cousins' houses and that. I've got cousins in Tottenham that know people and that. You know what I'm saying? Like normal, just going to Tottenham, nothing. And then obviously being 19 years old, working for Haringey Council, I used to go to Broadwater Farm every morning. Every other morning, I would go to Broadwater Farm. Imagine, yeah, man was there for 5 years, 6 years. Every morning going to Broadwater Farm and that. So to me, Tottenham's like my second home. Like I said, I've got cousins from Tottenham, like, and they got people that I know and whatever and that. Yeah, I told you that already. When I was in prison, obviously, man tried to move to one Tottenham youth, and some Hackney boys tried to step in. They didn't like that I tried to punch up some youth in front of them after they tried to stop me. So they wanted to rush, man. So big up Bullets from Tivot and Pyru, you get me? He told them, yo, allow it. You know what I mean? I know my man's cousin. I didn't even know this happened. My cousin from Road, one youth from Tottenham called Ricardo, big him up, he must have phoned Bullets and said, listen, or they spoke to each other and said, listen, my cousin from Edmonton is in prison. Yo, look out for him. But Bullets never approached me and told me about this. He only told me about this when them Hackney boys wanted to rush me. So it's mad. Small world, isn't it? Such a small world. There was one time, me and my brethren, like, so this is the thing, yeah, about the roads, yeah, which is not good. This is the thing, yeah. So you will have youths that are active GMs, yeah. They're in a gang. People are after them. Their name is known on the road. But then that guy who might be an active GM, he might have a friend who's just, get me, he's man them. He ain't no chief, but he ain't involved. He's just a cool guy, he ain't involved. So one time, obviously I'm on the road and that, and with one of my brethren, I don't know what we was doing, but anyway, we was walking from Bouncers Road to like towards Edmonton Green. So there's this strip, yeah, it's technically half of the road at the beginning. So he was walking from Jet Petrol Station towards Edmonton Green, and all I remember is it must have been the 259 because the bus terminated at Edmonton Green. Yeah, the 349 doesn't terminate at Edmonton Green. That terminates at Ponders End. The 279 doesn't as well. That keeps going to like Wolverhampton Abbey or Wolverhampton Cross. So it must have been the 259. Me and my brethren, yeah, are walking towards Edmonton Green, and there's a bus that's about to terminate. Yo, this bus has swung around. I'm seeing like 6 to 8 men with hoods on their heads. They're like them man have got sunglasses on, and it's fucking pitch black. Yeah, it's like probably 6 p.m. but it's winter time, so it's dark. Hoods on their heads, sunglasses, and just white teeth. And one of them's pointed at man. So I was like, fuck, I thought it was, yeah, me. Anyway, So anyway, me and my friend, we bust out, like, but we ain't getting caught like it today, fam. Because I clocked who it was. And them lot recently had mashed somebody up. Yeah, I ain't gonna say. They'd mashed somebody up. So me and my friend bust out, went to my yard, got crutches, and went back, but they were gone. Anyway, so I say, yeah, this is how small the world is. So when I looked up on a bus, I saw one of my cousin's brethren, yeah. So these lot, it's them Pyru Tiverton youth, yeah. So like in my generation of Edmonton and Tottenham and whatever, I would say the Tiverton Pyru youths, they were the hardest, yeah. Yeah, so it was them lots. Anyway, I see my cousin's brethren. Now, me, I ain't gonna stand there and be like, no, I'm not doing that aloud. So I'd rather just bust out, you know. I ain't standing there trying to reason and bargain with anybody. So anyway, boom, that happened. Cool, nothing happened because obviously man cut. Yeah. A month later, I go to my cousin's yard in Tottenham. Gone into my cousin's bedroom. I see my cousin's brethren that was on the bus, that was on a ride. I'm like, yo, what you not doing coming to Edinburgh? He's like, listen, we go anywhere in North London and that. So yeah, that's just how small the world is and that. I've got my cousin's brethren coming on a ride out to Edinburgh and that man's having to cut out and that. And then I'm bumping into him at my cousin's brethren's yard. At my cousin's yard, because my cousin's brethren. So yeah, it's a small world, man. It's mad. Let's see. So I missed bit. Oh, I got 51 people in the chat. One sec. Oh, live here. 32. Jay was. I'm only 32. Jay was. I'm only getting 320 benefits. How can I get property, fam? If you're on benefits, don't be contacting me about trying to jump on no property thing. You know, man from Press Road, Neasden. Nah, I don't know. I say, who's he speaking to? I'm on YouTube. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to put the other live on. One sec. I'm on YouTube as well. I wanted to do a few lives at the same time, you know. What age should you have a car? I mean, ASAP. You know what I mean? You wanna, you get me? You wanna be driving straight away. What? You want to be driving ASAP, man. Do you know what? I was literally thinking about this today, yeah? No, like, girls don't mind dating broke guys, but at the same time, no chick wants to be dating some guy that doesn't have a car, who rides the bus. Long. I remember there was one time, yeah? I must have came from my sister's house in South London, yeah? And yeah, I remember I was on the bus. It's like 1 in the morning, yeah? I'm on like the 27 or the 259, one of them double-decker buses, yeah? And there was this nice girl, I don't know, I think she was like Indian. Man tried to approach her on the bus. And she said, no, you're on a bus. I'm not, rah, yeah, done man like that, you know. She said, nah, you're on a bus. She's basically saying, I ain't giving you my number. You're on a bus. I'm just sieving through these comments. What do you think of the Leicester Uni situation? I don't know, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. One sec. I'm trying to put this other live on as well. I got a next phone on me as well. My trap phone. But someone in the comment section, oh, you're
why the man them try to sleep with women that they know that you slept with Is that not a gay tendency? Can I ask?
Oh, we got Aaron Huntsman. His thing just popped up on my thing. Someone said, hold on a minute. Hold on. Someone said JY's getting the black spray on your hairline. No. Do you know what? Yeah. So basically, I've got my hair cut up in this Northampton area. Yeah. And I made a video of it. Yeah. And I showed my other barber in Tottenham. Yeah. So my main barber's in Tottenham, but obviously when man's in this Northampton area, if I want to get a haircut, I'll just get my haircut by one Neptune. Yeah. So boom. So he said, did he put the spray on? No, bro, I don't do that spray thing. Nah, look, someone said stingy. Yeah. I don't do this spray thing, fam. Oh, man, I don't do this spray thing, man. Someone said in the comment section, you're too old for that. Probably chatting about the roads and that. Listen, it's fun to just reminisce about the streets, you know. Man won't be on the road doing nonsense no more, but you know what I mean? This is a long time ago, you get me? 2010, 2011 times. Boom. Man's going live on this one as well. So I'm live on 3 accounts right now. I ain't been live on JY's TV, the regular one, for a long time. So we'll see. You're not watching the Arsenal game? Nah. Man don't do football. Who's Arsenal playing anyway? What would you do if you had a couple mil in assets? What would the assets be? I mean, them assets there, they need to be making me some money. Like, it's all well and good sitting on assets that are worth 15 million. But yo, if it's not bringing you a monthly income, I don't know. Let's say I had some asset, I don't know, like gold, yeah, that was worth 2 mil. Blood, I will sell those assets and buy something that's going to bring me back some money. I'm not going to sell my assets and then gamble the whole amount of money on a business. Nah, forget that. So you can't hear me. What about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? What about now? If you can't hear me in a sec, press 1 if you can hear me. What I might do is I'm muted, you know. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on, you know. Right, 1 sec. I'm going to sign out and come back in. 1 sec. It's weird. So this person said, I keep experiencing racism in corporate office. When I address it, people laugh it off. Hey, listen, if it's that serious, you might have to take it to HR. Do something about it. Don't suffer in silence. Don't be worried about people calling you a snitch and that. Nah, don't have it. See, this is the thing, yeah. A lot of people, will say, you're a snitch for going to management and that. Obviously, me personally, I will address it. But listen, if it's not working out, you addressing it, then you have to take it to management. Certain people, that's a snitch thing. You go into management now, but shut the fuck up about snitching. Shut up, blood. Because if me and you went out and we done something and somebody dropped and you're looking at 25 to life, you're talking, blood. I don't want to hear this bullshit about snitching. Because when it comes to serious cases where people are looking at 5 to 10 years, forget about 25. Everybody's talking. When men are looking at 5 to 10 years, everyone's talking. So don't talk about, this person's a snitch or whatever and that. You will snitch in a serious situation. You see these same people, that talk about, if you report things to managers and that, you're a snitch. I guarantee you, if they knew that a serious man was going to come to their yard and rip them up, they're calling the police. Me, I ain't calling no police. I'm gonna get my thing and stand guard and wait. I ain't phoning no police, blood. I mean, I've had it before. I've been stabbed, and the police came, obviously, because there was a report, not from me, that somebody got stabbed. They asked, oh, do you know who they are? I said, I don't know, maybe I said yeah, but I didn't give no names. And back then as well, if you was to snitch on people and they get convicted, you'll get money as well. And back then, man was broke still. But no, I still didn't. How am I going to get them if they're locked up? So anyway, I battered one of them on the train a couple months later in the new year, because it happened. I got stabbed in November and I caught the youth in January. Ah, that's it. There's something wrong with the microphone. There's something wrong with this phone. But yeah, all of this nonsense.
Any user right now.
All of this nonsense. Snitching. Bro, shut up, bro. Listen, you will snitch under pressure. There was a story. I'm only saying this because obviously this is public knowledge. You don't know who Mark Lambie is. Apparently, them man there must have had somebody in the back of a car naked, and it was taking them from one location to another. Did you know what this guy did? See, this would be the same guy that said, "Fuck the police, stop snitching." Do you know what this guy did? He opened up the door, ran out naked, and jumped on top of a police car. This is the same pussy that's saying, "Fuck the police." Yeah, fuck the police when, yeah, you're all safe and you get me, you're hiding from the police in terms of you're ducking the cops and that because you're up to illegal activity. But when you're in danger, you're gonna call the police. You're gonna call the police. So I've seen it before. The boss, hear what I'm saying? Yeah, because this is what I'm saying. Mans are really about on the streets. One time, us man, yeah, was outside Texas Fried Chicken. Yeah, probably 15 man up. And all I heard was Younger, surround him. I'm just seeing bare right hooks and punches and that. The boss of the other side, who is no longer on the streets anymore, yeah, he's not about no more. He ended up running into Edmonton Green Police Station. This would be the same guy saying, F the police, stop snitching and that, but you ran into the police station. Bro, shut up, bro. Shut up. Right, it should work now. The microphone was muted. Let's go. Big up Quincy. Quincy, the Edmonton man in the chat. Long time, Quincy, ain't seen you about. Right, let's go. Someone say, yo, you African? Nah. Jamaican, fam. Right, so I've got 3 lives going. Yeah? It's got 3 lives going. What did Andrew Tate do? Aikido. Yeah? Right, let's check these comments now. Did you beef Africans? I mean, I had beef with some people who were from Africa, but is that true? So basically, someone said, Jay Wise, can you clear that Nadia is not Asian? LOL, because that damn fool, I'm not even saying her name, she's such an idiot, said that you're backing it because your missus is Asian. No, Nadia is half Polish, half Arab. We only got one person on the JY's TV live. Did you grow up in 4th Street? Well, near there, yeah, near 4th Street. Do you know Stretch MPK now? Someone said, JY's, I left school at 14 as I had a highly successful dropshipping business. I'm now 18 and the business flopped. Life got in the way. I can't even pattern a basic job with no qualifications. Yo, you're gonna have to try and attempt some other business, yeah, as well as getting back into school, man. Get yourself a sales job or something like that. Shit, you know what? Yeah, with no qualifications, you can't even get a fucking sales job. Yeah, man. You're gonna listen. Go and learn plumbing. Go and learn plumbing. You don't need any qualifications to start plumbing. Start at level 1. They make you do some sort of like maths and English exams or something like that, or some maths and English course thing or whatever. Do that. Someone said, why don't you believe in God? I just don't. What do you think of Central C? I know his manager. He's called that. That's the saying. It's a small world. His manager's my cousin's brethren. He used to I don't know, my cousin's brethren, yeah. He used to like my bike. So a couple of times people say, oh, you know, my man is put you on his story and that on Instagram. How is it? Because back then, like my bike was fresh, the red one. Yeah, the R6. And it sprayed candy red. Yo, it was looking like a, get me. Bro, what the fuck? Oh shoot, this phone. Hold on. Well, I'm coming off at 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30, depends. Jay West, is it okay to mac a baby mom as long as you ain't got to be around her kids and that? Yeah, I mean, you can date a baby mom if you want. Someone said, Jay West, do you go gym? Yeah. Someone says, show me your stack. I ain't got no stack. I got 6 properties. That's what I got. I say I'm looking bolo. How am I looking bolo, bro? I got a black jacket on. It's not like you can see my arms or anything like that. Like, I'll say JY's looking sad. Does his face look? Does his face look sad right now? Someone says 6 mortgages, or you own them outright. No, 6 mortgages. Someone said trim's looking shiny still. Yeah, because it's almost bold. That's why. I said J1 airline Chris. Do you know what I noticed? Yeah, man, them. What is wrong with man them nowadays? Man them be moving like gal, you know. Why are man so focused on a next man's looks? Every time I got a trim, like, you know, I mean, look, it's all right for man to say, yo, fresh trim and that, but yo, man them nowadays, yeah, they're so focused on other man's looks, it's ridiculous. Because I guarantee you, back in the day, Yeah, man, them will not focus on other man's looks. Like you see, like man right now, yeah, will feel intimidated around a man that's better looking than them. You know, that's what man are like. I'm sure men back in the day, I know me, I don't give a fuck. Men back in the day did not give a fuck if there was a better looking guy around. Fucking stupid, man. Man, I'm moving like girl, just obsessed with looks. I guarantee you, yeah, give it another 30 years, men wearing makeup is gonna be the norm. There's what's that white youth's name? Is it Clavicular? This youth, I think he wears makeup. This youth is smoking, not even smoking some mad stuff to stay lean. Man are talking about getting leg lengthening surgery. Yo, you're 6'2", blood. That's good enough. Why do you need to be 6'6"? A man's talking about getting surgery to lower his jaw or something. A man's talking about he punches himself in the face so that his facial features become more harder. Yo, what the hell is going on, fam? What the hell is look, man's taking a piss, you know, talking about no way Jay knows about clavicular. Oh, come on, man. I know you don't love to think man's old, you know, to come man's 33 years old, but listen. I doom scroll like you lot, yeah? Man's talking about he been taking the roids and that. You think I would ever be taking roids, blood? Do you know what? Yeah, I was thinking I'd love to know, yeah, how the body feels and changes, like how it changes and how it feels. Because me, I've never done any drugs, ever. Never smoked. I've never drank alcohol in my life. I've never been drunk. Imagine that. 33 years old, I've never been drunk ever in my life. Never been high ever in my life. I don't know what it's like to be under the influence. So, like a couple of times I thought about this. Don't get it twisted. Don't any lot try to clip this up and say, "Oh, Jay's look at." No, I'm saying like I wonder, like, okay, let's say we start off on Monday, the 1st of January. Yeah, like I wonder, okay, man, start juicing up, or I don't know if if it's pills or it's juice. I don't know. But right, how does the body feel like within a few hours or the next day? Like I'm imagining like your heart rate is going like I don't know, I don't know, because I've never been under the influence of anything, so I don't know what it's like to even have any sort of changes to where a man's body chemistry is. But it's mad. I would never. Nah, I respect my body too much, man. The only badness I put in me is chicken and chips and that. Other than that, I ain't putting no artificial, none of that rubbish. Someone said you've never smoked, but you sold it. Yeah. Yeah. What did Scarface say? Never get high off your own supply. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't a cat. Oh, big up since 93. This person's one of the members on YouTube. The members on YouTube get access to certain videos, exclusive videos. Unc, what are ways to invest small? Sorry, one sec. Unc, what are ways to invest smaller amounts of money to build towards purchasing a property? Yo, you should be in a position where you can just save £1,000 a month. Do that for a year and a half, and then that's your deposit. If you can't save £1,000 a month, so that in 18 months' time you're sitting on 18 or 20 grand, then you need to start earning some more. Yeah, you need to find ways to earn more money, work overtime, create social media accounts and make money from those social media accounts. If you're a man watching this right now, if you're into podcasts where they talk about the streets, or into podcasts where they talk about prison documentaries, cars, motorbikes, football, go onto YouTube, get clips of other people's content, cut them up and put them on TikTok. If you're a gal, if you're into, you know, interior designing, into lashes and nails, or into, you know, girls talking about their breakup stories with their exes and that, go on to YouTube, find videos about that, plenty of content, make 3 separate accounts. That's how you can earn some extra money, man. I work 2 jobs, one as a software engineer. Sorry, the comment's gone. I work 2 jobs, one as a software engineer and one as a supermarket delivery store, working 48 hours. Okay. Why are you not working more as a software engineer? Well, fam, if you have 1 job as a software engineer and 1 job as a supermarket, no, you should only have 1 job. You shouldn't have 2 jobs. You should not have 2 jobs. The 2 jobs should not be software engineer and working in a supermarket. Bro, you should just find a way to work more hours as a software engineer. You think a fucking doctor is gonna have 2? You think a man's gonna have 2 jobs? One's as a doctor and the other is a working in a restaurant. No, just work full time as a doctor. Work overtime as a doctor. A man said, yeah, what if he enjoys it? So you over here is saying, what if he enjoys it? I don't give a fuck what enjoys it, what you enjoy. You need to make as much money as possible. You can fuck about and enjoy your job all you want. You will be a pensioner on some shit state pension talking about, oh, I can't afford to put my gas and my heating on. All of these people that can't afford to put their gas and heating on, who are 60 years old, they were enjoying their job. They were coasting along through life. Fuck that, man. I will work the harder, shittier job for more money than an easy, relaxed job that ain't paying me much. Right. Sift through these comments. Right, 1 sec. Anyways, the person said, what if he enjoys it? Someone said, can you make it clap for a galaxy? What does that mean? Oh, are you talking about the TikTok? Bro, listen, yo, respect me. You think, yeah? You think I'm gonna be doing any hand signs? Yo, do you know who you're talking to? I see grown ass man. I'm not even doing it. I'm gonna do a different hand sign. Yeah. I see man doing, oh yeah, thanks for the. I ain't even doing it. Respect me. I'm not doing no hand signs and that. The only thing I'll do is, oh, thanks for the rolls or thanks for this. But I ain't doing no hand signs and that. Respect me, man. Am I 6 years old in year 1 of primary school throwing up hand signs like what I would do to a gal? What? Tell you, man, them are going downhill nowadays. What if they make the bag? Yeah, if they're making serious money, then yeah, fine. But if they're not making serious money, fuck it, blood. She said, Unc has no idea what making it clap means. Yeah, I must not. Explain it to me. I don't know. Unless you're talking about, oh, come on, man. we definitely ain't doing that. You lot are violating or calling man Unc. Yo, do I look like an Unc? When you see me here, does this look like an Unc? Come on, man. There was this funny video that I saw today. This guy, he was African, and he said he was African, but he weren't a freshie or nothing like that. Anyway, he's African, and he said, yeah, so the other day, like I'm 29, But someone the other day said I look 24, and this girl cut the video straight away. Said, "Listen, you do not look 24. You look your age. You look your age." I think, nah, no way. The only reason why, yeah, you lot watching this right now, who have been watching me for a few videos but don't know my age, will think that man's older, is because of the way I come across. It's because I've got 6 properties, so you're not thinking, oh yeah, this guy's young. But trust me, when I go to these people's houses and that, they all think I'm like 25. I'm like, nah, man's 33. Nah, 33, man. Oh shit, I've got 66 messages on this thing. Sorry, people. Rewrite your message, yeah? Because I've scrolled past. Right, how do I turn up this? I want to put the brightness up. I'm a light skin you. Man's not trying to look dark. Yeah, me. That's it. Bleaching out here. Unstable. Someone laugh. Bro, a lot of background sound. That's the fucking fan from the laptop. All right, I have to move it then. Right, let me know now, yeah, if there's background sound, because basically it was on top of the laptop, because I've only got one camera stand. So you lot can hear the fan. I would never be able to hear that. Press 1 if the sound has gone, yeah? Someone said, this is a good question. Someone said, bro, do you think life as a man is lonely? So you lot in the chat, whether you're on JWise TV 3.0 or JWise TV on TikTok or JWise TV on YouTube, press 1 in the chat if you think life as a man is lonely. I know before I start talking on it. Someone said 2. So that's a double one. That's an extra confirmation in that. As a man, yo, listen, you only got yourself. You only need yourself. All you need, yeah, as a man is good health. And you're all right. That is the main thing. You need good health. If you ain't got good health, you're in problems, yeah? I don't give a fuck how much money I got. If I ain't in good health, I'm broke. Let me tell you something right now, yeah? If I won the lottery, if Camelot, the lottery company, hit me up and say, yo, you just won 25 million. If I got diagnosed with a terminal illness and I have 6 weeks to live, I'm broke. Fuck the money. I'd give it away. So obviously health is important in that. But let me tell you something right now, yeah? If you're a healthy man, bro, don't worry about, oh, is life lonely and that. Become friends with your grass clerk purpose. Find something to do that you enjoy, that you can make money from. Become friends with that. Trust me, the money will stay loyal. The money will never talk about you behind your back, you know. Money will never snake you. Money will always be there so long as you're willing to work for it. Don't worry about, listen, listen, I'm in a 3-bed house all on my own. Do you think I worry about, oh, I ain't got nobody here but myself? During lockdown, everyone was bored. Everyone had nothing to do. I was so happy. Obviously, I wasn't in this house. I was in the house next door. I was so happy sitting down, just chilling on my own. Do you think I was on the phone to a gal? Oh, do you think I was phoning anyone? I am the definition of a happy loner. I love being alone. I love it. Some people like, so you see, for me, yeah, you see on the weekend, when it's Friday, because basically Friday from 2 p.m. is the weekend. Yeah, for me, yeah. Certain people, when the weekend hits, say Friday 2 p.m., certain people are like, oh, but prior to that, people are planning on what they like, you know, activities to do on the weekend. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad for the free time. And I'll be alone. I've had weekends on weekends on weekends, almost unlimited weekends, where I'm just alone. No friends, because I don't know no one up in this Northampton area. No friends, just here on my own, just here on my jacks. Don't give a fuck. I swear, I don't give a fuck. During lockdown, I did not care. I was making my videos on YouTube because this is before I was on TikTok and writing my book and going running every other day. I don't know, maybe because I've been to prison and that, like, I'm cool with not doing much. But honestly, I am my own entertainment. You know what? I saw a video about this, you know, and this guy, this psychologist guy, because you know me, I'm into psychology. Like, this is the realest thing ever. This guy said, yeah, the reason why a lot of men, especially men, not just women, but especially men, get into like shitty relationships. He was saying a lot of people, they don't like to be alone. Bottom line. Their problem is when they're alone, the silence is deafening. The silence is too loud. The voice in their head is too loud. They don't like themselves. This is a great example of someone who likes themselves. And how to know if somebody likes themselves or don't like themselves? People who are content being on their own, they like themselves. People who can't stand to be alone, they don't like themselves. Because like the psychologist person said, the voices in their head are too loud. They can't stand their own thoughts. So they always need to be in the company of someone else so that they don't have to talk to themselves. Man, I'll sit here and talk to myself all day long. I drive my car, no music, no YouTube, no JY's TV, just me and my thoughts. No problem. The only time I can't handle just me and my thoughts, there's been a couple times, like there's like one time I must have left my iPod at my mum's yard in Edmonton. So when I come up to Northampton, obviously I still got to go running, yeah? And I ain't going down to Edmonton just for a fucking iPod. So I had to go running for like 2 weeks with no music. Oh, that was problematic. Yeah. But, yo, listen, I can drive my car, no music, no problem. I can't ride my motorbike with no music, though. Because when I ride my motorbike, I've got music in my ears, innit? But yeah, I can drive my car, no music, no problem. I've had it before on the motorway, going down to Edmonton, an hour and a half, stiff motorway drive, just me and my thoughts. No music, just me and my thoughts the whole way. No problem. They got this A500 person. I said, Jelani from Holmes to Haringey. Yeah, man, come on, man. Who are you? What's your name, blood? Man, baiting up man's old workplace. Now, joking. I mentioned it already in the live show. But yeah, man, as a man, yo, loneliness is a good thing as a man, you know. You're not distracted. You, as a man who is lonely, you don't have some stupid ass girlfriend or wife or fiance where you have to go to the in-laws' house every 3 weeks. Every third Sunday of the month, you have to go for this stupid ass bullshit Sunday dinner with the in-laws. Your mum-in-law can't cook properly, or you have to sit and listen to your father-in-law's boring ass, dead ass jokes. Your in-laws then live 3 hours away. So that's a 6-hour round trip. You leave your yard at 10:30, 11 a.m. on a Sunday, reach there at 1:30, 2:30 on a Sunday. You're there for 5 hours, then you have to drive another 3 hours back. You leave at 8, you get back at 11. That's your whole day done. Wasted on some stupid ass in-laws that when you and that girl break up, they're going to chat shit about you behind your back. This is why I'm so productive, because I'm always alone. Yeah, I ain't got no other choice but to be productive. I can't become friends with work. This is why I'm sitting on 6 properties. If I was a social butterfly, you know, always at this rave, yeah. Hey, buddy, what's up? Yeah. What did they, we're going to shisha bar Saturday. Then we're going to this lounge on Sunday. You think I would have 6 properties in it? You think I'll be focused? Nah, I'll be distracted. So many men right now, yeah, they could have been multi-millionaires if they just wrote that book they had that idea for. But they didn't get the opportunity to write that book. Do you know why? Because they got a family, they got a wife, and they have obligations. There's no getting up at 10 or 11 a.m. on a Sunday or Saturday. Nah, man, you got to take the kids to football practice or swimming classes and that. Now, obviously, having kids is a good thing, obviously. I can't wait to be in that position. But what I'm saying is, certain men are just so distracted because they got so many people around them, they can't even do anything. That Sunday that guy is wasting driving down to fucking the in-laws' house, he could have been using that 6 hours to write new chapters in his book. Yeah? But instead, he's wasting it having some bullshit ass conversation. Right, let me see these comments. Got 37 people here, got 13 people here, got 7 people here. Right, someone said, what did they say? Yes, I love this kind of talk. Yeah, man. They got this person. Fam, you don't need better like TikTok account name so I can refer to you. Like at least this person called Sanjay. You get me? I can, yo, big up Sanjay. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Not R. So this person, this Y47 said, Unc enjoys the little things. Listen, like, you lot don't understand, yeah? I am a very simple man. I know, like, the things I talk about, like I'm a deep individual. I talk about subject, like I go into like stuff deep and I'm a complex individual, like the way I speak and that. But yo, I'm a very simple person. In this room right now, I mean, it's like a room, it's one room, but it's 2 rooms. I ain't even got no furniture. I don't need no furniture. I need a laptop and a fucking table and a chair to do what I need to do. I got a motorbike just behind. But I ain't got no furniture. I don't need no furniture. I'm a very simple man. I'm a very simplistic person. I just like peace and quiet and free time. That's it. Go to my properties, do a little bit of work and that. That's me, man. I'm so cool with just being just sussed it out. This is what I can do. I have one phone on top of the other one. That's it, perfect. So yeah, I'm just a simplistic person, man. A lot of people love to complicate things. Man said, so a man said, wrong mindset, you need a family. Look, the mindset of being alone isn't forever. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like, you want to become successful before you end up getting distracted with family. You don't want to be in grind mode, but then you've got all these obligations and that. Because guess what? I'm telling you right now, yeah? When you're a busy man, you're busy grinding and that, your family ain't going to see you. Your family is not going to see you. Let's explain something to you right now, yeah? If you see your dad sitting down on the sofa, either watching TV, flicking through the channels with his hands on his balls, smoking things he shouldn't be smoking, sitting at the dining table drinking or playing video games and that, your dad ain't doing nothing to be important. Your dad is not doing nothing to become important. Important men who are busy building an empire, don't have time to be playing video games, don't have time to be watching TV, don't have time to be smoking things they shouldn't be smoking, and don't have time to just be drinking themselves to sleep. No way. If your dad was truly important, you wouldn't even see him at home between 6 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, really and truly. You wouldn't. You think Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, or Alan Sugar, you think their kids saw them flicking through? Obviously, there was no Netflix back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Flicking through 1 to 5 channels with his hands on his ball bags. Nah, fam, it's bullshit, blood. You know, if you see your dad sitting down watching TV, he ain't doing enough. And this is why you lot grew up in a council house and that, because your dad wasn't doing enough to become important. Hey, don't hate me. Don't hate the messenger. I'm telling the truth. I'm trying to get you lot to well, actually, you should be looking, at the end of the day, you should be looking at your parents a certain way, because your parents want you to respect them and look at them highly and that by default. Nah, mate, you're going to be respected and looked at highly if you're worthy of being respected and looked at highly. Yeah? You ain't going to be rated highly like that and you're not really worthy. The maddest thing is, yeah, like there's certain people right now, yeah, they look up to their parents like they rate their parents so highly and that. Yo, your mom and dad at work is a dickhead. Your mom and dad get talked to like they're a dickhead at work by their manager. Fuck, man. The only people that respect them is the people in their house. No one outside in the big wide world. You know why? Because they're not important. A man said don't disrespect your parents. I'm not disrespecting my parents. I'm not talking about my parents. I'm just talking in general. Do you know Al Pen Ken Ewan? Who? Is this person trying to make me say something stupid like, oh, are you a maths debater? Let's see this one. I can't believe people thought that man was doing some hairline enhancements. Let me prove it now. I got water, yeah? You don't see nothing running. You can see the water, yeah? You don't see nothing running. Man, don't use no fucking hairline enhancements. Nah, man. Man said, I do. Yeah, that's up to you, fam. But I ain't doing that. But I would just shave my hair off bald, man, when it comes. Hopefully it comes late. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully anytime soon. But yeah, man will just shave it off, man. Man said, I saw you on a plane back from Turkey. Yeah, okay. I saw you on the plane coming back from Turkey. No, you didn't. I've never been to Turkey. I ain't been on holiday since 2016, rude boy. And I don't give a damn. I said hair follicles look different from the front. Where? Someone said hair follicles look different from the front. Elaborate on that. Right, so the person's name is Zorro. How would you even be able to see if someone's hair follicles are different? And you need like a magnifying glass or something. Not a telescope, not a magnifying glass. Microscope. Yo, bro, I beg accept. Accept what? Fam, you see these people, yeah? They love to just chat. Fam, why do you want to talk? Do you know what it is? Do you know what makes me laugh? I'm not even saying any of these people, but like, let's say, yeah, I say some controversial stuff or whatever. Like, I have people making videos about me all the time. All the time. People are always making videos dissing me and that. And I'll upload them onto YouTube and that. I don't really put them on my TikTok. but I upload them onto YouTube and that. And I think like you can make whatever videos you want about me or against me and that. It makes no fucking difference. Like there will be individuals here that will watch my content and make videos about, oh yeah, mortgages is a stupid idea and that. Yo, you can say whatever you want. You can argue, you can try and defend it all you want, but when your head hits the pillow and you wake up in the morning, you're still gonna be in the same position, which is broke. A lot of people like they wanna argue with my points and that in the comment section and that. You think by fighting and attacking my points, it's not gonna make any difference to your life. You want to argue and attack my points because you feel like it makes a difference. You feel like, oh, because I can attack it, I'm defending it, and because I'm doing that, it's wrong. You're still in the same position. And I said, we just asked to join. Join for what? What do you want to join for? Man, they love running their mouth, man. Just chatting. It can make a difference if it goes viral, no? Yeah, that's true. But you know what, yeah? I've got so much content out, like, yo, my thing should be going viral anyway. I mean, everybody knows my face. Whether you like me or not, whether you want to subscribe to me or not, everybody knows. Everyone knows who Jay Wise is. Yeah, whether you like me or not, whether you subscribe or not, I've got so much content out there. Yo, man's got a good 2,000, 3,000 videos on TikTok. Yeah, I must have. Yeah, everyone knows my face. Like I said, you don't have to like me. You can hate me. You can think my content is shit. You can. Doesn't matter what your opinion is. People still know my face. People still know my face. Someone say, but bro, you have 6 properties, but you don't own it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're mortgage, they're on mortgage and that, but what do you really own in this world? Someone will, yeah, bah, that's you. Yeah. What do you own in this world? You don't own nothing. So it's not about owning anything. It's about controlling stuff. If, for example, yeah, you know, you have access to a Ferrari 24/7, 365 days. To some degree, you own that Ferrari. Let's say, for example, your dad is a billionaire and he's never gonna go bust or bankrupt. Because I know some people, oh, what if he loses money? If your dad is a billionaire and he's got 10 Ferraris just gathering dust, and you can take out any Ferrari at any time and he will never stop you. Yo, to some degree, you own that Ferrari, yeah? If you have access to it every single day and you are in control of it, but you own it to some degree. The difference is, yeah, is ego. Oh, I want to have my name on this. There's people out here who they don't want to put properties in a limited company because, oh, it's not in their name. That is pure ego. Pure ego. Because I've got one property in a limited company, so technically it's not in my name. So technically in my name, I've only got 5 properties. There's one property that's not in my name, it's in a limited company. Yeah. So that's property number that currently is property number 4. But I've got 5 properties in my name and 1 property that's not in my name. Yeah, it's a limited company. But I don't feel like, oh, I ain't got 6 properties. I've got 6 properties because nobody else controls those properties apart from me. So I got 6 properties. Someone said, was your dad around? Nah. Do you know how to pull out equity out of an existing property? If so, how much is a mentoring session? Yeah, it's £60. I've even got the formula. I've got the formula on my phone on how to pull out equity. Doing the remortgages and that. Because I've done it myself. So to buy property number 5, what I did was I pulled out 28 grand out of that property over there, which was property number 1. And I used that money to buy property number 5. HMO license, do you need one? Yeah, you need a HMO license if you've got like 3 or more tenants. It is in your name because you own the limited company and your name's on the company. Yeah, but whether or not it wasn't in my name or whatever in it, yo, if I am in control of this property and I have decisions, I make all the decisions on that property, well, that's my property. Yeah. Oh, no. We got a smart ass in the chat. Whoops. Whoopsie. It was a ghost that done that. Someone said, yeah, but bro, you gotta wait till you're 60 to get those properties cashed. Ain't that a myth? No, yeah, I don't need to wait until I'm 60. Plus, they're gonna be bringing me an income anyway. I don't have to hang on to 6 properties and that. I can hang on to 3 if I want and cash them in. But I'm not interested in cashing in. What is a lump sum of 250 or £1 million going to do for me? You only need 250 or £1 million if you want to buy dumb shit. Because what else am I going to do with it apart from reinvest? So what's the point of taking an investment, selling it to then reinvest in something else? So I'll just leave it there. If I book, would you share some of the people you use? I got 100k equity in a buy to let. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah. So yeah, man, book a session. Man said been gooning for too long. So we've got 20 people up here, 18 people here, 7 people here. Someone said keep earning, keep saving. Yeah. How come properties 5 and 6 aren't in the company? Why are they not in the company? I don't know. I just didn't buy them in my personal name. Why did I buy it? Why did I purchase the property number 4 in a limited company? I can't even remember. I think maybe the rate was going to be really like much cheap. I can't even remember. How do you get all of your knowledge? I watch and I observe. And I pay attention, yeah? I learn from not only my own mistakes, I learn from other people's mistakes. So stuff like not getting married. Yeah, I ain't fucking doing that. What GCSEs do you need to become an electrician? To be fair, you don't even need any GCSEs. But you know, if you just get straight C's, yeah, that's good enough to become an electrician. You just need a C in maths and a C in English. That's enough. But if you have no GCSEs, you can still start level 1 electrical installation. If you're below the age of 19 or 21, if you have no GCSEs, you can start at level 1. And if you're above the age of 21, let's say, if you have no GCSEs, you can start at level 2. That's what my college told me. Other colleges might be different, but yeah. The college I went to was Hertford Regional College. It's in Turnford next to Broxbourne. Would you say I should move to London from Scotland when I qualify as an electrician? What, is there no work in Scotland? What is the economy shit? Like, what, is there no work for electricians in Scotland? You know what, maybe there ain't, you know. Because when I was at that Tottenham job, so I worked at the Tottenham Stadium. And yeah, there was a bunch of Scottish guys, you know. So maybe there's no work in Scotland like that. But yeah, man, I mean, only move to London if you can check out the rent prices, yeah? Because, yo, the rent will rip you apart, rude boy. That's the thing. Imagine leaving Scotland. Let's say you got, you know, your living situation is okay. If you go and live in London, if you really want to keep everything cheap, you're going to have to live in a house share. Now, obviously, listen, in life here, you're going to have to rough it. You're going to have to live shit at some point. You're going to have to live shit. You're going to have to go through some shit. You're going to have to work some shit jobs and some shit hours. Everyone who's successful has had to do it. Even if they started their own business, they had to work shit hours, i.e., 16-hour days, even their own business. So, yeah, listen, there's no light without dark. There's no sunshine without rain. There's no ups without downs. Yeah, you're gonna have to go through some bullshit. I've told you lot before. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, there was one Friday night. I went to my sister's yard in South London, and I left her yard at 12:30. Yeah, midnight. Thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna go back the same way that I came. Makes sense, right? I don't know. The way I came, pause, was somehow I got to London Bridge and then I took a train to South London. Yeah. I'm just gonna go back that way. No. After midnight, trains take a different route. I had to go all the way from South London into Kent, and then from Kent to Central London, like Liverpool Street or something like that. But then there were no trains, and I had to ride the bus, like the 149, all the way to Stoke Newington, and then from Stoke Newington, I had to get another bus to Edmonton. So it wasn't a 149, but it was I think it was a bendy bus that I was on. Some madness, I had some mad routes. Anyway, I got home at 3 in the morning, yeah? I got home at 3 in the morning, technically Saturday morning. Guess what? I had to be up at 6 in the morning. 3 hours sleep. I had a banana and I had a can of Red Bull. That was my breakfast. All to work for £100. Now I will do 2 jobs, take me 2 and a bit hours, and I get paid more than £100. Obviously, the work's been a bit shit, slow. Obviously, approaching Christmas and that, always gets a bit slow on that. Plus, we've got too many people at my workplace as well. But yeah, man will be earning. I went from earning, when I was an apprentice, earning £40 a day to earning £300 a day. When I was earning that £100, you see, on the weekend when I do like that, when I had like the 3 hours sleep, I was an apprentice at the time. And I must have contacted some random guy off of Gumtree, and I said, listen, I'm an apprentice, just looking for some extra work. Like, I'm up to speed in that. You know, you got any words? Like, yeah, come down. Yeah, went and done some work. Only done like about 3 days work with him, like one Saturday, and hit him up a couple Saturdays later, boom. I was on it. I wanted the money, I needed the money, I was available. I decided to work on Saturday. This is the work ethic I got. So I'm saying, this time last year, I was jamming it on the money. Yo, where's the work? Where's the work? I needed that Saturday work because I was buying this property number 6. I needed that money. I would go into the office. I needed my work. I need my work by 5 p.m. I needed the email sent to me by 5 p.m. At 4:30, if I didn't get it, and they're like, yeah, we're just doing it, I'll go into the office and I'll sit and wait because I'm not letting them go home without sending me the work. Because if they go home without sending me the work, I can't work on Saturday. I've just lost out on £400-500. That is not happening, right? Yeah, I'm not losing out on £400-500 a month. £400-500 on Saturday. And this is why I was sitting on 6 properties. So I'm a grinder. Like I said, it's not because I'm a better electrical tester. No. It's just pure attendance. You can be successful just off of attendance alone to some degree. Imagine, yeah, if you work a decent job that pays decent money and then you get overtime rates and you just say, okay, I'm gonna work 14-hour days every day for a long period of time or whatever. You're gonna get that extra money that you don't have time to spend because you're busy working. Then you're going to invest it in something that's going to bring you back a return. You've just became successful, not because you're better than anybody else at the job, just because attendance. Yeah, you can become successful just off putting in the hours alone. Yeah. Big up Jimmy Bradshaw. I did put the monetization on. Yeah, respect. Thanks for reminding me. Nice one. Nice to see my boys them looking out for me still. Someone said, "How tall are you?" 5'9" and a half. Forget the half. That's when I stand up tall, though. That's when I stand up straight. I'm gonna come off in about 10-15 minutes. When's big up young Kevy. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Where's property number 7? Let me talk about little young Kevy. Yeah. So anyway, so boom. So this young boy here, yeah, with the Albanian flag, big him up. Obviously, I just assume, yeah, like all of my followers and that, like they're between the youngest should be like 18, 19. And then I don't know how old the oldest would be. Like, obviously, I've got people that follow me who are in their 60s, but I'm talking about the typical age range. I'm expecting 18, 19, the youngest, and then the oldest 38, 40 years old. That's the age range. So anyway, this person, Kevy, yeah, I always see them like, liking couple posts and that, maybe a little 1-2 comments here and there. And then one time he sent me a DM. So I can't remember what he was saying. I'm chatting to him. This is on TikTok. So I'm like, hold on a minute. How old are you? So this was last year, I think, or if not early this year. He's like, I'm 14. I was like, the youth is 14 years old. Now, he might be 15 now, a 14-year-old locked into man's content already, I was like, that's nice, because obviously my little sister at the time, this was last year, she was 13. Now she's 14. I'm like, this youth is basically my sister's age and he's already watching, man, That, yeah, like that is nice. I was like, that is nice, So big up young Kevy still. Because I just thought everyone that watching me is like in their 20s, basically. I never thought I had like a young youth watching, man. But I'm old enough to be this youth dad, But yeah, what did he say anyway? You know me, my rambling. When's property number 7 coming? I don't know. No, the bomber class stamp duty, boy. Jesus Christ. But to be fair, they might be getting rid of stamp duty. We'll see. Hopefully they do. Oh my days. I wish you luck, yeah. So like the way I got the phone set up is I've got JY's TV 3.0 up here, and then I've got another phone below. See here? I've got JY's TV, just a regular TikTok account on below, yeah. This guy has left a comment saying, where is it? How do I get my baby mama to stop contacting me? Excuse me, what? Are we not paying? See, this is a man, more than likely, that isn't paying child support, ain't looking after his child or children. What do you mean, how do I get my baby mom to stop contacting me? Fucking send over some money. Shit. What's in response? Yeah, I do pay. Well, whatever, man. The reason why she's your baby mom is probably because she's done with you. So if she was done with you, yeah, and you're paying and that, yeah, she would just, you know what I'm saying, innit? Yeah, just keep it cordial and that. She's probably hitting you up, harassing you constantly because you ain't fucking paying for your kids. This person said, do you remember who I am? Yeah, I remember you. You had the money in the stocks or something like that. I can't remember what it was, stocks or something like that. Uh-oh. One sec. The live is about to cut out. I said, well, fellow Spot. I said, if I want to shout you for a podcast, just set Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. So at least that way, like I could, if I needed to, speak to you on the phone. I mean. How many podcasts? I've been on 4 podcasts so far. I've had a few people say, yeah, man, I'm gonna invite you, and never hear from them. Yo, J-Babs, what's your thoughts on opening up a convenience store? Yeah, man, do it. Do it, man. That's a good idea. Are you Asian? No, some jackass. Oh, don't shop at these particular shops. Are you a fool, blood? Sorry, one second. I said, how'd you guess? To be fair, I didn't even think it was like, I didn't even think, oh, you open up a convenience store, so you must be Asian and that. I was just thinking like of some idiot. As a man's asking me, hold on a minute. Have you donated to Dr. Umar's all black school yet? No, I'm not donating to it. What the fuck for? Do you think I'm going to donate to a school because of the color of the people? No, I don't care about your color. I'm not going to help you just because of the color of your skin. Nah. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll feel a little bit more inclined to help a black woman if I see her getting roughed up on the street than a woman of another race. Maybe that could happen. But nah, I'm not helping out people just because of their color of their skin. No way. No way. I don't care about the color of your skin. That does not mean that me and you is gonna be brethren and that. I'm not just gonna be friends with someone just because of the color of their skin, man. Right. This person asked a good one. Unc, how do I get gal? First of all, make sure you work on your looks. Yeah. Let me tell you something. You could be the richest guy on earth. You could be the most charismatic person on earth. You could have the nicest personality. If you don't have a decent face card, like you don't aesthetically look somewhat okay, you ain't even get the fucking chance to go up and approach a gal in that. Yeah. She's not gonna give you the time of day. Now, obviously, you could be busted, but if you're around people constantly and that, then yeah, you can, you know, charm them with your personality or your money, whatever, and that. But you're just gonna lose points if you don't, you know, look somewhat good. You don't have to look like fucking 10. Yeah, you have me fucking Marlon or one of these. He's big up that mixture shoot Marlon. He's actually half Jamaican. Big him up still. You don't have to be at that level. I ain't at that level. Yeah, I know I'm a 9, but he's a 10. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you don't have to be at that level, but you just have to just try, you know, work on your appearance, look somewhat good. fucking wash your ass and get a haircut every now and then. You know what I mean? Yeah. And obviously, you need to put yourself in environments where you're gonna be around gal as well. So you're gonna have to socialize. You're gonna have to socialize. Go up and approach girls as well. And if you want, use dating apps and that. But for me, I'd say go up and approach girls in the real world. Approach girls in the real world, man. Be in environments where there's a lot of different women. You ain't gonna get that much gal being in the army. Yeah. Go to the gym. There's plenty of girls that you can at least if you're in the gym, even if you don't want to approach no girls, at least you're in a position to attract girls. For them to, hover around you, for you to start up a conversation. I went to the gym, not too long ago. Like when I first started going to this gym, when I walked in there was this, something big. I think the thing was from Zimbabwe or something like that. Anyway, as I walked into the gym, that day, I think I got a haircut the day before, yeah? As I walked into the gym, like I'm not even looking at her, innit? But I clocked, she done a double take. Anyway, I've gone on a rowing machine because that's the first thing I do. As soon as I bop into the gym, straight on a rowing machine. I've jumped on a rowing machine. This girl comes next to me on the rowing machine. And you know what? I just knew she was going to come around, yeah? So anyway, she's like, you seem like... She said, you seem like you know what you're doing. Bro, there's no special technique to being on the fucking rowing machine. You're on the rowing machine, yeah? You pull it. The fuck? Like, yo, the gym is, the rowing machine is the easiest thing to master. Yeah, there's nothing to master. There's no levels of, there's no incremental levels, yeah? So anyway, I'm on the rowing machine, and obviously, when I'm on the rowing machine, I work, yeah? I told you already, I changed the settings in that so that I can see calories and meters, yeah? Every roll that you do, it gets measured, yeah? So if you do a shit roll, it's going to be like 200. If you do a hard pull, it's going to be 1100, 1300, 1400, yeah? So, and those numbers I just gave you are calories and that. So I keep it above 1,000 calories for 1,000 meters, yeah? So man, go hard on that. I'll explain a little bit about it in a sec. So anyway, as I'm rowing the machine, whatever, I think I finished my normal workout and then I was just doing another one where I was just generally rowing for 5 minutes. I don't know. No, I'm not keeping it above any sort of amount of calories, but I'm just generally rowing for 5 minutes. Anyway, she was like, yes, yeah, you seem like you know what you're doing. Just asking me dumb questions, Like that's the thing, yeah. Them dating coach man say, when a girl, because obviously man never used to go to the gym like, a girl will come around you to be asking some stupid questions. Yeah, that. Some stupid ass questions about how to roll. Pull the fucking thing, motherfucker. But the thing is, I was thinking to myself, if she was trying to flirt with man or whatever, I don't think she was really approaching it in a right way. She was like, yeah, because I've got little babies and that. And I'm thinking, if this girl's trying to think, why the fuck you telling me you've got kids? Yo, listen, if you want to get your foot in the door, the best thing is to do is to hide it at least. You know what I mean? Let me get your fucking number first before you tell me that you got kids, because there's guys out here who strictly don't talk to single moms. So, yeah. But yeah, me, when I'm on the rowing machine, I'm so strict with it. So, obviously, I've got like a leg bag. And, I keep my mobile phone and my keys in it. To be fair, it's for me when I ride a motorbike and that, but I've been wearing it to the gym. So, boom. So, one time I was on the rowing machine and I rolled 400 meters. So I got 600 meters to go. Because like I say, I rolled for 1,000 meters, yeah? So I'm on the rowing machine now, doing what I'm doing. And this leg bag is getting caught on the seat. And I'm like, yo, I can't afford for this leg bag to bust and break because there's a clip right underneath my leg, yeah, at the back of the thigh. So I'm like, should I risk it or should I stop? So anyway, so I stopped, undone the clip and loosened the leg bag. But I stopped at 400. Now, most normal people, we'll just continue rolling. I said, nah, because you stopped, because this is what I do. When I roll, I keep it above 1,000 meters for 1,000 calories for 1,000 meters. There has to be repercussions if I fall below the 1,000 calories mark. So if I fall below 1,000 calories, say 920, then I will roll for an extra 100 meters. That's the punishment. This is the level that man's at. Yeah. So most people, if they rolled 400 meters and they stopped, they would just continue at 400. No, I set the machine to 0 and started again. That's what I'm like. Started again. Big up Marcus for the £1. Big up the super chat. Come on, man. Make sure you join the fucking not swearing at you, but make sure you join the what do you call it? The membership. How many tests you done? Only 2. Only done 2 tests today. Shit day today. But I went to my other house. I was digging up the, not digging up the floor, but yeah, smoothing out the floor, ready to tile the toilet downstairs. What about yesterday? I done 4 tests yesterday. My last job was at like after 5 o'clock. Yeah, so I done 4 tests yesterday. Want to know about Friday as well? I say yes, please. I think I only done like 3 jobs on Friday. Like I said, it's slow. What time do you usually wake up? About 7:30? Oh, you know what? I need to do a react. I need to do a response. But basically, TikTok's been fucking about with my account. Big up Monster Motivation. Hey, this is one of my haters and that, but slowly he will be converted to the dark side. And yeah, this is what happens. There's certain people, they don't agree with me at first, and eventually over time they start to agree. Look, I said soon come. Hey, you're already 80% there. That's why you're laughing. You got a laughing emoji. That's why you sent me a DM. That's why you got excited. You got excited when I sent you a DM, a voice note. Yeah. A man even responded. A man actually sent me a voice note. A man thought, oh, Jay Wise has taken his time to share his voice with me. Come on, man. I'm getting excited, you know. Oh, right. Quick story, yeah? So, obviously, I made a couple videos the other day and I said, someone write down part 2 if you want to hear how I had to jam it on one of my tenants the other day, yeah? So don't get that confused with, there was another couple of videos that I'd done where there was part 2, part 3, and part 4, yeah? Don't get that confused. I need to do a response to this comment, and I'm gonna say what I'm about to say, but TikTok's been messing about with my videos. I'll upload a video, it'll get 35 views. Come on. So anyway, obviously I've got a bunch of tenants and a few of them have left, and I ain't going to be getting no more new tenants. I'm just going to turn all my properties into Airbnbs. Anyway, so yeah, you know, I've got the 2 flats that are opposite each other, and obviously I've got other flats in that. So anyway, so obviously I'm on my phone checking my mobile banking, and it was about 6 p.m. I don't know what day it was. Friday. It was Friday actually. So check my mobile banking, because obviously not all of my tenants pay their rent on the 1st. Most of them do because they just happen to have moved in on the 1st. But yeah, most of my tenants do, but some of them will be on some odd day like the 15th or the 28th or something. So boom. So it's Friday now. I check my mobile banking. So-and-so hasn't paid their rent. So I was just going to leave it. I'm like, let me give him a few hours. And I thought, hold on a minute, it's 6 p.m. How much longer am I going to give it? Business hours are over. Business is closed at 5 p.m. Yeah? You try phone certain companies at 5 p.m. You see if you don't hear the fucking dial tone. Yeah, leave your voicemail, leave a message after the tone. Yeah, we're back on Monday. Yeah. So anyway, I was gonna leave and I thought, what am I leaving it for? So I rang him, and I said to him, yeah, you know, you ain't paid your rent and that. He was like, it's only 6:45. I said, but I sat up, you know. Who you chat? Bro, who this guy chatting to? I'm like, so what if he's only doing whatever? I was going off. Yeah, I had to jam it on him. Who you chatting? Bro, I take that as a disrespect. Like, let's say, yeah, rent day happened to be on Friday, yeah, the 28th, yeah. If it was Friday the 28th, 2 a.m. or 9 a.m., I maybe could expect, I mean, obviously, you're not phoning them at 2 in the morning. Come on, man, that's foolishness. But if I phone him at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m., then yeah, maybe if that's a man's response, yo, it's only 6 p.m., you know, it's only 9 a.m. or 10 or 11 a.m. and that. Yo, you can't be talking like that if I phone you at fucking 6 p.m. So I went mad. I said to him, listen, yeah, if you don't like it, yeah, then leave the property. I had to stick it on him. I don't give a fuck, blood. Who's a man chatting to you about it's only 6 p.m. Business is closed, but your rent should be in really and truly by 9 a.m., if not 5 p.m. So I went mad. Now, the reason why I'm talking like this, yeah, because let me tell you something right now, yeah. In this world, there's a thing called levels of badness. He ain't at my level of badness, and I'm gonna prove it in a second. There are levels of badness, and he is far from that. You see my tenants, yeah? Remember I said I got the two properties opposite each other, yeah? I had 4 man in the 2 properties. So I had 2 man and 2 man in the properties. 4 man occupying them 2 flats. Now, these lot have been having trouble on this estate with people hanging around in the corridor, yeah? Because it's one of them blocks where people can just walk off the street and sit on the stairs. There's no security door. This has been going on for time. I've been around there at certain times. I've never seen anyone hanging around on the stairs, but I'm not there all the time. There's been times where I was going there every other day for a month. Never saw anyone. Like, this is when I'm just working there because I was doing up the properties and that. These are over the years as well, yeah? Because I bought one property one year, then the following year, never seen anyone sit on them stairs ever. But them lot, and I believe them, they're saying, oh yeah, these people are sitting on the stairs. We tell them to move, they don't move. Yeah. So anyway, so there's 4 man in these flats. They can't get these guys to move without the other people giving them pushback and that. Yeah. So let's say 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, one of my tenants got into an argument with a couple of them, and my tenant ended up calling the police. Yeah. That's cool. You do what you want. Yeah, no problem. Now my tenant phoned me on the phone. Oh, I had this fucking row, whatever, and that. Boom. So my tenant informed me about the situation. He said, "I'm just letting you know, just in case anything comes back." Yeah, whatever. Innit? So, like I said, for years this has been going on. Obviously, I wanted to go down there and just punch up a few people and that, but yo, I don't want to get myself nicked over nonsense. Anyway, so let's say 2 weeks ago, my tenant had a little problem with these people. They were running their mouth, being aggressive towards my tenant. My tenant called the police, yeah? The following week later, which may have been last week or whatever, I've gone down there because I had a problem with a leak. If you lot saw a video on TikTok, I had a leak. There was water leaking into the flat below. Yo, I went around on that estate and I stuck it on 8 or 9 people. No one said nothing. There was people jamming in a block that's next to my block. There's like 4 of them. But if I just push myself up in their space and say, listen, which one of you lot have been jamming in that block next door? They're like, what block? I said, the one next door. I gave them the numbers. They're like, nah, it's not us. It's not us. It probably is them. There's people jamming in the block next to it and in the block 3 blocks down. No one's admitting to jamming it, but I know it's them, but they're not admitting it. Man's had to jam it on 8, 9 people. There was a point here where I'm in the flat, I can hear some voices. I come out, I was like, but come off the fucking stairs. There's these two guys standing on the stairs. They went. No argument. You know, like a rat, when you walk into the room, the rat just runs like that. They moved. No problem. Then there were some other guys out there, yeah? Paul, they're just calling somebody's name because where the blocks are and that, there's like a little alleyway, a pathway, and there's bare blocks where people can just sit inside the blocks, like on the staircase. So if there's certain man jamming in the blocks and that, nobody knows the numbers because you can't see it. There's like 8 blocks. So they're just walking along. Paul, where are you? Oh, fucking John, you cunt, I'm down here. They're just calling man's name and that. So I thought they was trying to come and jam in the block. So I come out onto the balcony and I'm like, but what are you not doing? So anyway, I've gone downstairs now, and obviously you get me, step to them and that. And I was like, no, man, I'm not sitting in the block. I'm just looking for, I can't remember this here, looking for John or Paul, some bullshit and that. Anyway, a man started picking up, like, what are you fucking picking up your trousers for? I know what that means. He's like, nah, man, I'm just here doing my thing and that. Stuck it on 3 of them. No one said nothing, fam. Anyway, the following week, which was a few days ago, one of my tenants out of the 4 said to me, because I said to him, last weekend I was here and I had to stick it on 9 people. He said, yeah, it's always like that. It's always like that. But to be fair, he said, oh yeah, they haven't been around for like a week because the other guy in the other flat, because obviously I own both flats, he had an argument with one of them and he called the police. And since then, they ain't been around. I said, no. It ain't because my man called the police, because they were there the following week when I was there. They ain't been around for a week because I came around and I stuck it on 9 people. That's the fucking reason why they ain't been around. Now, I'm not saying they will be back within a couple months or something stupid, or someone that ain't seen my face. But I promise you right now, yeah, I guarantee you, if I lived in that block, no one will be jamming on those stairs. No way. See, this is what I'm saying. These are the levels of badness. Them people there, they knew not to give me no chat. I'm on my own. I'm not with anybody, and I'm jamming it on bare people. Because you lot can view me on TikTok and think what you want. In person, I'm a different person. You understand? Like, I'm only 5'9". I'm not a big person, innit? But hey, if you meet me, you meet me. If you don't, you don't. Yeah? I'll show you what I'm about. So, yeah, there's levels of badness. So I'm saying, like, my tenant is a dickhead. And I think the reason why he feels comfortable to even talk like that, because I don't speak to this guy. The last time I spoke to him was in March. I think he watches my videos. You're pussy still. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. What's he gonna do? Rude boy, you gonna stop paying rent? I'll evict you, rude boy. Yeah. So I think my tenant watching my videos and that. So I think he's gotten bare comfortable, around. Like he's just got, because the way he spoke, like he's talking like he knows me. This guy don't know me from nowhere. This guy don't know me from nowhere. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like this tenant, he can't talk to me in any way because you're a dickhead. You have no levels of badness. Because if I lived in that block, no one will be chilling in that block because I said so. If you don't want to move, then it's going to be a situation. This person just said, Jay, how can you control who chills in the block? Because I said so. Because they will be, I mean, hopefully I don't have to put hands on it, not because I don't want to hit nobody. I don't care about that. I don't want to get nicked. I don't want no one to be snitching in that. Yeah, that's how I can control. But listen, just be a bully. I'm not going to lie, yeah? Some people, they see me as a bully. Some people see me as a hero, you know? Around here, there's certain individuals, they see me as a bully. Other people see me as a hero. If you're an idiot, then I'm a bully. You know what I mean, innit? So, yeah, I will just bully them out of the block. That's it, isn't it? I'll say, yeah, I'll bully them. That's it. Bully them, yeah. Well, you don't live there and you're hanging around somewhere where you shouldn't be chilling. Go somewhere else. So, yeah, I'll bully them. That's it. I don't give a fuck. If you live on the block, you only own the flat, you don't own the communal areas. Now, then people should not be sitting on the stairs. So yeah, I will bully them out of the block. They can go and sit somewhere else. That's it. That's it. Yeah, stuck it on them. Stuck it on them. I don't give a fuck, blood. I don't care. What are they gonna do? Like I said, there's levels of badness. That's why my tenant can't chat to me. because he has been living there for almost a year and he ain't jammed it on nobody. I went down there, jammed it on 9 people on my own, and people them ain't jamming there no more. Now they will probably be back, and there's some other people in that, but I guarantee you, I promise you, if I lived in that block, that would not happen. It would not happen. So this person said, what did you say to them? This individual was asking me what I said to them. It's not about what I was saying. It's about how I came across. Because you have to picture it this way, yeah? I could have walked up to them and said, and the thing is, you can say things in such a polite and calm manner, but it's the vibe you give off. You could say to them, listen, I don't want nobody jamming in that block next door. And certain man will know this guy basically trying to say, anyone coming up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's just, it's not even what I said, it's the way I came across. They knew I was not playing around. They just knew. They knew I wasn't playing around. So that's what it was. It weren't even what I said, it's how I came across. Trust me, man. I'm a specialist at this stuff, jamming it on people, man. But I've been doing this from when I was fucking 16, 17 years old, man. Just sticking it on people. Man, the reason why I can, because I'm actually willing to take it there. See, the reason why a lot of people are afraid to have a confrontation is because they're afraid of violence. Do you know how and why people can get robbed? Think about this logically. Think about this, yeah. Ask yourself, how do people, let's say even in a one-on-one interaction, yeah? You know, you hear trappers getting robbed, yeah? In a one-on-one situation, forget about a trapper. Just imagine any random person, yeah, getting robbed. The reason why you got robbed by somebody, I'm not talking about, because there's a difference between getting robbed and getting mugged. Like a man, yeah, wrapped you up and took your stuff. No, that's different. If someone was able to rob you, the reason why they was able to rob you, the science behind the psychology behind it is, the reason why this individual was able to rob you is because you wasn't willing to take on the perceived potential violence. Just ask yourself this question. If an old 4'11" granny came up to you and said, hand over your phone, you tell her to move your blood clot, yeah? Do you know why? Because the potential threat of violence is not at your level, yeah? There's no potential for violence. That's why you would never get robbed by a 10-year-old child or a grandma or something like that. But a big, strong guy or an intimidating person, the reason why you allow them to rob you is because you're not willing to find out about the perceived threat of violence. Yeah, you're not willing to handle the perceived violence. That's how someone can rob you. Now, if someone mugs you, like they grab you up and take your stuff and they force you, that's different. But the reason why people get robbed by people is because they're scared of the potential violence. The reason why, yeah, like this happened to a family member. He's a dickhead still. Happened to a family member the other day. Yeah, some guy must have turned up at his door, putting pressure on him, trying to extort some money out of him and that. The reason why, yeah, this individual was able to put pressure on him and extort money out of him is because my family member is not willing to take it to that level. You understand? Yeah? Because if it was a 10-year-old child, yeah, but because he's not willing to take it that level, yeah, that's why a man can get pressured, a man can get extorted and that. You can't extort your ops. You can't. You can't extort someone that's willing to have a gun battle with you, have a gunfight with you. It's impossible. You think any of Steelers ops, any of Steelers pagans from Tottenham could pressure him and extort him? No, because he's willing to take it to that level. So yeah, the reason why people get robbed is because they're afraid of the potential violence that may occur. That's the only reason why someone will allow someone to rob them. That, remember I told you there was a Chinese woman getting jacked by some black boy? Is because she was afraid of the potential violence if she put up resistance. If that Chinese woman had some old decrepit ass old lady trying to think, she would have pushed her out of the way. But because she was afraid of the potential violence, that's why she wasn't willing to go toe to toe with him. I said Steeler got pressured by the judge. Yeah, a man made a joke, said Steeler got pressured by the judge. Yeah, do you know why? Because nobody is ready for a judge to say, you know, fuck it, 25. Yeah, 25. But yeah, that's why people get robbed, because they're afraid of the potential violence that may occur. Because you have to think about it this way. If a man is in a one-on-one situation with the next man, he may be afraid of the potential violence. But I guarantee you, that one guy, if a man is with 4 of his guys, he ain't letting that one guy rob him unless he really thinks like, yo, even me and my 3 friends, we haven't got the energy, we haven't got the badness level to test this guy. So yeah, that can happen. That can happen. Yeah, I'm coming off in 2 minutes. So yeah, that's what I say. Like my tenant's a dickhead. You can't even chat to me. Nothing. No one in that block there can chat to me, because none of you lot could do anything. Me, I run around and just put pressure on a lot of them. You know what I mean? 8, 9 of them. Stuck it on them. They're not even willing to do that. They're putting up with nonsense for a year. Yo, every time I'd have seen them, listen, it just wouldn't happen. I'll live there here for 3 weeks and no one will be coming. No one will be chilling on that block there. No way. I'll move them along. And the reason why I'm on it is because I am ready for the potential violence that may occur. That's why I don't care. Yeah, coming off in a minute, yeah. How are you ready to do? Wait, bro, how are you ready? Do you carry a G18? What's a G18? Bro, I'll carry these, blood. Bro, you don't, man grew up fighting, blood. I grew up fighting, blood. In my life, I probably had like 30, 40 fights. I mean, since I've been in Northampton, I've smacked up 8 people already. I mean, I ain't smacked up no one in a little while now because, you know, I can't really be getting nicked in that. But yo, there will be more. There'll be a lot more, but there would be about 16 people. Yeah? I'm telling you, you lot are lucky there's an organization called the police. I'm telling you. Even this house here, my neighbors lived here. I ran up in there and beat up 3 of them in the yard. I don't give a fuck. Right, up 3 of them. No problem, fam. Why do you beat them? Because I told them to turn the music down. It's fucking 2 in the morning, playing some loud ass music. It's like, come on, man, have some respect, man. Even what happened to Nipsey is because he stuck it on someone. Be careful. Yeah, I hear that, but all right, coming off now. Oh, I ain't got no paperwork to do anyway. I've done it. I stool it. What? On 3 separate families, they kiss. Oh, you stuck it on 3 separate family ball, kick the fence and broke it. Yeah, man. You got to, man. Start being more confrontational, man. A lot of people are just suffering in silence. Got some ratchet ass neighbors playing music all night long, all day long. You got to speak up, man. They're taking a fucking piss. They're not respecting you. One of my properties, yeah, like property number 5, yeah, because obviously I'm just here temporarily in there. Property number 5 is a council, next door is a council house. If when my old neighbor moves out and a family moves in, and if they think they can just do what they want and take the piss, yo, they're gonna have another fucking thing coming. I don't give a shit who moves in next door. They're gonna find out there's a madman living next door. You see, on the other estate, I'm known as the maniac on that estate, on that road. The kids used to play out till 9:30 at night, Monday to Friday. I told the parents, when I move in, there's going to be some change around it, because obviously I was doing up the property. I mean, I'm still doing up the property. Following year later, the kids don't play out no more. They haven't moved. They still live there. They don't come around. Because it was kids from other roads and that. But the parents, like, all around, they all talk and that. Yeah, one of my neighbors put up a camera because of me. You think I've got cameras outside my house? You think I need a camera, blood? You think I need a camera? I smacked up people outside my house. Some Irish traveller tried to come to my house. Blood, I'm not from Northampton. I'm from North London. I'm not Irish. I'm Jamaican. Don't fucking come to my house, bro. Bust him up. Sent him packing with a bloody mouth. Dickhead. Come around it. Because what happened was I punched him in his face on the estate and he found out where I live and he came to my house. No, I wish I had a camera so I could catch it on camera, upload it. TikTok wouldn't allow. Upload it onto YouTube and Instagram. Yeah. Rock him up, threw him into the black bin. Not I didn't put him in the bin, but like I banged him here and I just dashed him. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm not having it, blood. Can't come around here. Don't come knock my door, blood. You see at the other address? Nobody knocks on my front door. Nobody. Listen, if you know, like the anticipation is what scares people. You see my neighbors, yeah, on that other road. If they had a problem with me and like, oh, we're gonna have to confront this guy, yeah. If they sat and thought about it like at 9 in the morning and they know I'm coming back at 5, 6 o'clock, they would just be bricking it. They'll be like, yo, because when we go to this guy's house, we know there is a 99% chance he's going to lose his fucking mind. They got me on camera twice just moving mad. Yeah. Yeah. Man said, no, that's the best way to be. People will violate. Yeah. A lot of people seem to think you're like, oh, you know, complaining about stuff and talking about stuff. Oh, you're being a bitch. You're being a girl. Bro, listen, I'm going to address situations. I'm going to make a complaint. Yeah. Just avoiding a confrontation. A man said, did any of this actually happen? Come on, man. Respect me, man. What do you think about people who buy a property in their parents' name because they have bad credit? I mean, you need to be careful, boy. In the history of the world, there must have been some parents that have taken over the property. Yeah, because it's in their name. You just need to get your credit on point. Yeah, a man said any disrespect has to be nipped in the bud immediately. Yeah. Did you not press 1 in the chat? Yeah. If you saw that video on TikTok where I was saying, talking about in Eastern Europe, and this has happened all over the world, and I was talking about the kids, how the kids pick on people in school. Press 1 in the chat where I was talking about when the new pupil comes into the class, the kids will say something, and you know, depending on how the individual reacts, depends on whether or not they're going to get bullied. So it was either like in Romania or Moldova or even Russia, some Eastern European country. A new child will come into the class. Say the child is 10 years old. The child will walk into the class, the child will be new, and someone cheeky will say, hey, stupid, come and sit here. or hey, idiot, come and sit here. Depending on how that person reacts, depends on whether or not they get bullied. If they just laugh it off, yeah, yo, they're gonna get bullied. If they say, who are you talking to like that? They know this person ain't an idiot. Because a lot of, listen, let me tell you something right now, yeah. There are a lot of people in this world, yeah. They will accept that bullshit. I can imagine it. Not happening to me, but I can imagine this happening in the workplace. Someone new comes into the workplace, brand new office to them, and you know, yeah, the manager that's brought them into the office say, right, you can kind of like, there's a few different free desks. You can pick any desk. Some jackass would say, hey, dummy, come sit here. Or this is you come sit here. This is the dummy seat, as a joke. I'm not saying yeah that from there it will escalate, but what I'm saying is so many people will say, bro, so many people wouldn't say nothing. No, hardly anyone would say, don't call me a dummy. Who are you chatting to like that? Because they don't want to ruffle the feathers. They don't want to be seen as that if they're black, that angry black man. Why be that fucking angry black man? On my road, the other road, I'm the angry black man. Yeah. I'm not afraid. I put up that Jamaican flag to piss my neighbors off. I deliberately put up that Jamaican flag to piss my neighbors off. What are they gonna do? Were they gonna take it down? No, they don't want to take that flag down because they don't want me to go knocking on people's doors. Yeah, I've already done that a few times. Someone's left rubbish at the side of my house because my house is a dead end. Is at the end of the road, and obviously I'm the end terrace house. People have put rubbish there, but I go knocking on bed. People go, who left this here? Who left this here? Like a madman. Yeah. So they don't even want me. But trust me, I have to do stuff to certain people's property around there as well. Yeah. Yes, sir. Don't play with me, blood. But yeah, so the little kid in whatever country and that, they walk into the classroom and someone say, hey, stupid, come and sit here. This is the stupid person's seat. Some people will laugh it off. Nah, they're testing you. I said, yeah, Bart Simpson, you know. Yeah, they're testing the waters. Let me say something right now, yeah. If you move into a new house and the neighbors come and knock on the door to try to act friendly, like if you're the sort of person that completely does not look like a threat to anybody, like you're not, when I say a threat to anybody, you're not the sort of person that would even be unruly. I'm not talking about being a threat like bullying, but like if you're the sort of person who literally just looks like a nerd, you do not look like you could be an unruly person, no one's going to give a fuck. But if you look like the person that, this person, just being a young person, they can look like they could be potentially unruly in that. You will have neighbors knocking on your door. Oh, hey, I'm Claire, or my name's Jim. Just wanted to introduce myself. They don't give a fuck about introducing themselves to you. They're trying to gauge you. They're trying to size you up. They're trying to understand you. They don't give a fuck. Because I guarantee you, if you was an old person, they wouldn't be knocking on your door. They wouldn't be knocking on your door. And what certain neighbors will do to test out the waters and that, when you're new or when they're new, because it could be the new neighbor that moves in that's causing problems, like me, let's say. I'm not causing problems, I'm just addressing stuff for idiots. But it could be the new person. They will like knock on people's door like, I'm new here and that. I just wanted to see, like, do you have any tea bags or do you have any sugar in that? Yo, that ain't a coincidence. That ain't like, bro, they're doing that on purpose. They're trying to see what they can extract from you. They're trying to see how easy you're willing to give up stuff. And eventually that will progress to them coming in your yard and taking stuff and taking the piss. Yeah. Human beings are no good. Me, I don't do none of that stuff. I don't test people, nothing. But when people get on my fucking nerves, they're going to be a problem. But I don't push the boundary. I don't knock on people's doors asking for sugar or tea bags and that. Or you got a spare cigarette, they're testing the waters. I'm telling you. telling you, they're knocking on your door. Oh, hey, I'm such and such and that. They want to gauge you. They're trying to size you up. They're trying to work out how much of a problem, how much of a potential threat you might be. I'm telling you, I know this stuff. That's me, man's a street psychologist. Anyway, I'm coming off now, man. I said that about fucking 20 minutes ago. Last 1 minute. What to do? Not talk to them or be friendly. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Me personally, you lot can do what you want. I don't accept parcels for neighbors. Nah. If my neighbor, because neighbors will try it. Oh, can you take a parcel for me? Like, yo, it's their way of trying it. Oh, you know, I do a night shift and they're just some bullshit. Can you take my bin out for me? Nah, I don't put people's bins out. Nah. They will try it. Once you put your neighbor's bin out, because let's say your neighbor, like, I don't know, has some funny schedule or something like that. Once you put their bin out 2-3 times in a row, that's it. You are the new bin man on that road for them. You're their personal bin man. I'm not, tell them no, because they only ask you because they want to use you. Don't be afraid, yeah, to get on the nerves, or because some people are like, oh, well, then maybe they don't want to be friends with me if I tell them no. You don't want to be friends with someone who is a user, who's a manipulator anyway. You don't want to. So yeah, fuck them. I don't give a fuck about falling out with none of my neighbors. You know why? The only reason why we come into contact is because I happen to have bought the house next to you. Other than that, in any other walk of life, I would not be interacting with you. I would not have someone who is like you. I wouldn't have their number in my phone. So I don't give a fuck about not being friends with neighbors. There's no words in the English language that any of my neighbors can say to me. There's no words in English language that any of my neighbors can stitch together that's going to be of any use to me. So you can fuck off. I don't give a shit about my damn neighbor. Don't care. Yeah, I told her, no, what are you talking about? You think a delivery man can say, oh, you need to take the parcel? Bro, you lot don't know. You think fucking telling me what to do? I don't let people tell me what to do. Even when I go into restaurants, I tell the waiters and the waitress, I want to sit over there. I'm sitting over there. Yeah, I told them where I'm sitting. It just depends on the situation and that. But I tell them I don't wait to be seated. I tell them I'm sitting over there in the corner. What were they gonna do about it? You're gonna do nothing, bro. Anyway, all right. Last comment. Let's go again. I've got 40k saved. Live at home alone. What should I do? You know what to do. You know what to do with that 40 grand. Stop asking these questions just for attention. Anyway, I'm done now. Gone. Next week, you lot, yeah? Maybe next week. Maybe the week after. We'll see. How do I exit out this live? Well, that one's done. All right. Maybe next week. Maybe the week after. All right. YouTube, man, them, I'm done. 16 new followers. Stay a while. Done.